Hi there, welcome to the KNS podcast. I am your host, Eli. Today I have Tui,
Hello.
Pilly,
Malolele.
and Wade, who is Carson. So he's going by Wade now.
Yes.
So today I wanted to bring up more of gaming news that we've heard recently, more updates to your favorite games that you've heard, or like if you've played a new game recently, how you feel about it, and do you think you would continue playing it or recommend it to someone? So for me, I heard some Kingdom Hearts stuff this week, and it's about the gameplay time. So originally the gameplay was about 25 hours for the other series, the other games. Now they're saying that by Square Enix PR, they are bringing it up to 40 to 50 hours for just main story.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, doubling it. And then on the extras and everything, there's supposed to be like gummy ships that you can do like a mini game. 20 like 2D like side scrolling like little games, and then like there's this Ratatouille cooking thing. It's kind of like Winnie the Pooh. You bring recipes back and you can make certain foods in this world. They were saying that's gonna be like 80 plus hours.
80 plus, like on top of the 50?
No, just like all together.
Oh, okay. Cool.
All together. So you could be seeing in some instances 100 plus hours in the gameplay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's a lot to me. Yeah.
That is a lot.
Huge.
For a
That is-
Kingdom Hearts game.
But there's been
I
some.
mean, how many hours have you spent in Kingdom Hearts 2? Let's be honest.
I'm not going to talk about it.
Yeah,
we're
that's
we're
what I
not
thought.
discussing that. But right now, I think with how they're going to be setting up the game, if it's 40 to 50 hours just game, they haven't announced the worlds yet. They've announced like what worlds are going to be in there, most of them, but not all of them. So it's going to be like 3-4 hours in each world.
Yeah, or they just might have a significantly more,
Yeah,
like a larger number of worlds.
yeah, but in
Meaning worlds that haven't been announced yet. We don't even know about.
yeah, but in so in the original Kingdom Hearts games, you would spend like, so in one it was different. You spent like an hour and a half in each one, or maybe 2 hours at most. But with the Kingdom Hearts 2, I could breeze through a whole world. I think the first section of it in like I think there was 8 worlds combined, 9 worlds, maybe 10 in like 8 hours. Just the first part, and then like the second part was another 8, and then the final area was like another hour. So yeah, it wasn't that long, but in that game you can skip certain worlds.
Yeah, like I was just gonna bring up, if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, you can skip worlds. Like I skip Lion King all the time now. I don't ever walk into Lion King. You can't use any of your drive forms. You
Everything
can't.
the sun touches.
You can't use any of your drive forms. You can't use. You're a cat. You're a flippin' cat.
Lion.
A lion, yeah, but you're like a cub.
No, I'm telling
Goofy's
the
a
truth.
turtle.
Yeah, Goofy is a turtle, and Donald is a bird.
That doesn't matter though. Goofy's a turtle.
Goofy's a turtle.
Yeah.
Turtle.
Dope, dude.
Wait,
Turtle,
Donald
turtle.
was always a bird.
No,
that
they
doesn't
made
matter.
They made him like a
A bird that can actually fly.
Yeah,
But
he's a duck technically. So yeah,
Ducks are dumb.
that doesn't matter.
You're dumb.
Goofy's a turtle.
Well,
What?
drakes. I don't
What?
like drakes.
but
They are
with
sexually aggressive.
with the game, I'm seeing they've shown I think 7 worlds now, 6 or 7, and if the worlds are going to be as massive as they are, I could see 3-4 hours diving into a
Yeah.
world.
Well, is that 7 new worlds or 7 worlds total?
That's
they've announced?
They've announced 7 worlds in total.
How many of them could you name?
Frozen, they did Rapunzel, they're doing Hercules,
Tangled,
Yes.
Toy Story, they're doing Big Hero 6.
I actually like that.
I love.
They're
Big Hero 6.
doing what was another world? I know you'll have to go back to Into the Realm of Darkness.
Did you say Toy Story?
Yeah, Toy Story was
Did you say
in.
Monsters Inc.
Yeah, Monsters Inc. is one,
Mike Wazowski.
and you're a monster in that one. You're not human. You're actually a monster.
Yeah,
That's
you
cool.
ugly.
Yeah, it's pretty god awful, in my opinion. But on top of that, I think they announced there was one more world I know they announced, but I can't remember it right now on the top of my head.
I mean, you got all
Uh,
7, so that turned out.
Mulan 2.
No, I don't think they're adding a Mulan. I don't think they're adding.
Uh,
I don't think they're adding really any of the original games. I think they're mainly keeping to new games,
No Twilight
new
Town?
new
Oh,
worlds, new worlds.
okay.
Twilight Town's actually been announced, so you will go to Twilight Town.
Groovy.
Yeah, because and they have announced with the game in February they announced there was NPCs. Like there's more people in the worlds now, so now there might be side quests. It might be more exploration and more story.
This might
Based on
actually
mystery.
be an RPG.
Yeah, which I'm actually super happy about.
It would be awesome.
I'm hoping they bring up back Sephiroth, like you fight Sephiroth again in number 3, because that'd be
I-
cool.
I think I want somehow to play as a villain.
I don't think that'll ever happen.
I know.
Riku's a villain.
Riku is technically
Mm.
not a villain.
Riku is evil.
Riku's like, would you call Sasuke a villain?
Yes.
No, so by number 2, he came back to the light. He came back.
He's a born again Christian now.
Well, like a yin yang sign. He's still got some dark in there.
There's still dark in there.
There's still dark in
Doesn't
everyone.
make him a
Just
villain.
enough to make him lovely.
Yeah, but the fact is that now, after Dream Drop Distance, he is now considered a Keyblade Master after the Mark of Mastery test. So now they're going to work with that in the story.
He's the Terra of their group, right?
But this game, yes, he's the Terra of the group. He did actually get the Keyblade from Terra. Kyrie got the Keyblade from Aqua, and Sora got the Keyblade by Ventus.
It's almost like, and I just thought of this just now. It's almost like Riku's the Terra of this group.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Ha ha.
I don't think we should let that kind of speculation out into the public. You know, that's some heavy stuff.
Well,
You right.
technically, Terra is still there. It's a long, convoluted story.
Oh, yeah.
His
out of-
armor's evil, though. Just
Ar-
that little bit of darkness.
that was in number 1, I think.
Was it not? I was wrong?
Wait, which one are you talking about? Like his suit that he was wearing?
Yeah.
That was 1.
I was wrong.
So 2,
apologize.
he's wearing he's wearing some different outfit. Like he's technically an organization member, but then in the end of the game he's wearing the cloak and everything, so he's part of the organization, but he's not considered one of the numbers.
He's the 14th.
No, 14th is Shion, and Shion.
Does she count?
Yeah, she does.
She was barely there.
But she comes back in the game.
She was a noble. Wait, what?
Yeah, she comes back in Dream Drop Distance.
Whoa,
I have Dream Drop Distance.
Yeah,
on my
so
PS4.
Shion. Okay, we're just gonna talk for
Come on.
just a quick second. Shion was actually Memories of Kyrie, and so throughout the game, you actually played with the memories of Kyrie from Sora, because Sora was right now in a sleep stage.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. If you want more explaining, I'll tell you later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna pick your brain.
Yeah, you're gonna pick my brain. I've watched a lot of things about it.
It's a good brain.
So have you guys
Good brain.
played any recent games or anything like that?
So actually, I recently started playing this game called Picross, but it's the sequel.
Okay.
I've been playing it on my Switch. I bought it yesterday, like late yesterday. You would almost say last night. But anyway, Picross is like a type of puzzle game,
Yeah.
similar to like Sudoku. But so the similarity comes in where you have to fill in numbers, but the difference is how you fill in the numbers. So you got like rows and columns of numbers on the side, on the top and on the side of a square, and those numbers tell you where to put the numbers, or not even really numbers, the squares inside of the grid in order to make a picture. I am obsessed with Picross. I love this type of puzzle game. I bought the first one. It was like $9. I completed every single puzzle in the first one. I just bought the second one, and I'm like 5 puzzles in. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't care if I sound like a nerd or whatever. I just love puzzle games, especially Picross, because it really racks your brain. Like there are some parts of it that are really tricky to try to solve, but it's also something that you can just do over and over again and eventually become a genius at it, which is like, makes me feel half decent about myself.
It
Okay, good son.
sounds like a really interesting game. I've never been a fan of those. Like, isn't it like a puzzle game where you go down with numbers and you have to, you have to make a picture or something?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been into those, but they looked very complex.
They can get really complex, especially the big ones like 20 by 20s.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's a lot. Holy crap, that's actually quite a lot.
To put into perspective, the 5 by 5 Picross puzzles I can finish in 10 seconds or less. The 20 by 20s take me like 20 minutes.
Wow. Okay. Okay. You're like a Sudoku master.
Well, no, that's not like. Okay, I suppose I do these types of puzzles all the time, so that might not be a good reference for like people who don't play Picross or don't play puzzle games.
So
in
5x5, when you first started, it took you like what?
When I first
few
started,
minutes?
yeah, like three or 4 minutes to complete a 5x5. But just because the thing is, I honestly feel like that's highballing it, because the 5x5, it's like there's 25 squares and the numbers, like it doesn't take too long once you understand the concept to solve a 5x5. But
Yeah.
10 by 10 like automatically jumps the time up from like a 1 to 2 minute puzzle to like a 10 to 15 minute puzzle for people who don't do these types of puzzles all the time.
Yeah. And what would you say for like a 20? Like it would take like a half hour or something?
Up to 20 by 20, I would say, like for inexperienced people or people who just don't do these types of puzzles very often, I'd say at least a half an hour, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Billy, any new exciting games that you've played lately?
Not that I've played. I'm juggling a lot of games right now, but I am looking forward to that new. I believe it's coming out in September. The Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, which will connect to the Pokemon Go app on your phone.
Is that a Switch game?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a Switch game.
Yeah, it's a Switch game. It's pretty much Pokemon Yellow, except now you can have an Eevee, or instead of a Pikachu, or you can have a Pikachu if you're nostalgic or whatever.
And they follow you. They follow you
They
around.
follow
and
you.
can
They fight for
customize
you.
them.
They're like,
I'm
yeah.
nostalgic. I love Pikachu.
That's very good. The way to capture Pokemon is exactly like Pokemon Go. You have to use your joystick to flick and then catch. There's no battle commencement. There's
So
no,
with this,
it's
what
just
so
exploration.
any level ups you get in the game is your level ups for the Pokemon Go?
So
What are you talking about level ups?
the Pokemon inside of Pokemon Go
Yeah.
are tradable to the game.
Oh,
They have CP levels in the Let's Go Pokemon. I can only assume. I have not confirmed, but I'm pretty sure they'd have to have CP levels.
No, so like
be
your
able to
personal
trade in
level, so
between.
like level 21, level 22.
No. Like CP
Well-
500, CP
okay.
1500.
Yeah, I don't think your personal level on the Pokemon Go app transfers over to
Oh,
the
I didn't even
Pokemon
think of
Let's
that.
Go Pikachu.
That's what I was
Let's
thinking.
Go Eevee.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see
So
now, I see
yeah,
now.
I was just trying to answer the question.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I've actually been playing this new game lately. It's an alpha, early access. It's the PC game called Holdfast, Nations at War.
Oh, what kind of game?
It's one of those like online like Revolutionary War shooters. So right now with the game, I'm playing it more of like it's right now an alpha stage. So basically, you hop in to a server, and you pick a nation. It's two different nations, like France or like Britain. So I pick a nation, and then I pick which troop member I want, like what type of troop person I want to be, and then I go in and we run in, we fight. It's muskets, so you have to do the actual reload time of a musket.
Is it a first-person shooter?
It can be a third or a first.
Oh, it's
Why would you want to use a
switchable?
gun like that?
It's Revolutionary War time. It's actual.
I mean, like, why would you want to buy that game knowing full well that the gun is going to be a very long
Because
reload
you
time?
said it was free to play, right?
No, I paid for it, but
How much?
20.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
So I play a lot of games on Steam that are like $15-$20 because I like the development process of it. I'm right now in the alpha stage. So later they're going to bring out way more updates. Their team's getting bigger for the company.
What does that mean, alpha stage?
So there's a game that's actually just finished development. There's alpha stage, which is before
Pre-beta.
pre-beta. So beta is basically they're ready to release the game.
Right.
They're
But
just
the beta phase is they're testing out what like their rough draft of a final product of the game with the public in order to see not only how the public will respond to the game itself, but on top of that, any glitches or bugs that they can fix before the launch that players will find just from exploring the game and trying out weird stuff.
So I'm on alpha right now. So the beta they say won't be until the beginning of the year. The beta won't be. They won't switch to beta mode, where basically they're fine tuning everything,
Right.
and then
Like turning it into a
yeah.
complete game.
so they're saying by like next fall, I think, that they might have it ready for release, but for like full 1.0 version. But they don't know yet.
Is the alpha version like fully playable?
Yeah, it's fully playable. Like
Okay.
right now, you can do castle sieges. You can do side by side, just war. Like you're fighting each
Castle
other.
sieges with muskets?
Yeah, and you can change to swords, and there's flag bearers. So there's
You've got my attention.
so there's instruments like people play instruments like drums or piccolos. With those, they actually boost your accuracy.
What?
Why?
That's pretty cool.
Confident. It boosts
Morale
the
boost.
morale boost.
Morale. Oh, you got like bards.
Yeah, like we got people.
Okay, so
basically.
because they play,
Yeah.
you get a okay.
And they get like a little pistol or something to shoot with. The accuracy's worse on that.
little pea shooter.
And then like their weapon, they can pull out I think a sword.
What?
Yeah.
Why? How come the more you describe this, the less it sounds like Revolutionary War? You got swords.
it doesn't
you got
sound
bards.
like revolutionary.
You got
War.
okay. You got muskets. Which
It's
sounds like
it's
But
kind
anyway,
they use, like,
it does
sabers
sound
and
really
stuff like that?
interesting though.
Yeah, they
like, way more interesting than I initially
there's
thought.
France, Prussia, there's Britain, and then there's one more nation. I can't remember the last nation.
I bet it's not Switzerland,
No, I
America?
just can't. I can't remember it right now.
Japan.
Cambodia.
No, it's not. It's none that I think you're gonna name. I think it's
Croatia.
no. It's
I'm
Is
just
it in
guessing
Europe?
Whatever. Comes
I
to
don't
head.
remember.
What is Wales?
That's the United Kingdom.
You
What
are
is
incorrect.
Ireland?
Fair.
Go back to
That's
the
a
back
fair
of the
point.
point.
I just don't remember. But there's
you
there's
said
fo-
Ireland?
no.
Oh,
No, it's not like it's like a huge like Britain. Like Britain's all the United Kingdom. France is the country. Prussia is like in near Russia. It's like Russia, Asia type thing. And I just forget the last nation there is. I can't remember it right now.
Like Persia.
Prussia.
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 Okay.
yeah.
But yeah, the game's only
Under
20 right now on
Prussia.
Steam. So
All right. So, what about you, Wade?
yeah, what about you, Wade?
Oh, I thought you were gonna give me a rating on that joke.
No.
Under
no,
Prussia.
no. That
You
was
did not even deserve rating.
yeah, it didn't even deserve one.
Okay, so firstly, for those PlayStation players out there, such as myself, there's one game that's going to be the free game of the month this month that I'm super excited for. Dead by Daylight.
Oh, I've already played it. It's okay.
Like, I haven't, and I've never actually been able to play a horror game before.
Oh,
I've never had one.
I'll pick that one up to see how it is on PlayStation because I picked it up.
Because
You-
it's free.
yeah,
It's free. I've wanted to play a horror game for a long time, but like, I just haven't. It's not that I'm scared. It's just I just haven't. I feel like there's other things.
one horror game that's good recommendation. Dead Space, always good. Always
I
good.
do
first
want to
two-
play through the Dead Space trilogy.
First two Dead Space games, great games.
Third one is okay.
Play with a friend.
Play with a friend.
Play
Yeah.
with a friend.
So if the third one, you can play by yourself or play with a friend. When you play by yourself, normal storyline and everything. But if you play with someone else, the lines change completely. So it's different dialogue, different everything.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
The second character is like becomes important to the
That's
story.
cool.
Yeah.
But the Dead by Daylight though, so I avoid horror games because I am scared of horror.
Right.
But that being said, I am totally willing to get Dead by Daylight because it's free, and we can all die together.
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is that I've also got these headphones right here, and they're not just like for communications and for me being able to hear you. I have a little jack that's in my PlayStation right now that I can wire any and all sound from the system itself into my ears.
Oh,
And so horror has been a big thing that I want to try, because not only do these headphones actually help me in situations where I gotta know if there's something behind me at all times, I can actually hear their footsteps behind me. It's directionally compatible.
wow.
If I'm playing any game, and I'm just going to name this off of example because this is the one where I use that specific thing the most, is Call of Duty. I played with Eli when I'm sitting there running around, literally running around with the sniper, right? I'll hear somebody behind me, sit back, like aim, they'll come through the door, I'll be like, okay, so yeah, I can hear them where they are.
Yeah.
And
So
I've
that's
wanted
cool.
to do that with a horror game
So
for so long.
this game, it's kind of weird. So you have to refix generator. As far as I remember, you had to refix the generators, and then you had to go. I think you had to make sure like you can open this exit and then leave.
Yeah, so there's an exit, so there's like 4 survivors
Yeah.
and one like horror monster,
Yeah.
like Jason or Freddy.
But you
Right
can
on.
level up now. You can level up your monsters very quickly.
Yeah. But so there's an exit, but the exit is only like you can only use the exit if you've turned on all the generators. That being said, that exit is not the only exit.
No.
There's also a hatch that you can find in the map somewhere. It spawns randomly. And if you find the hatch and you are able to open it, you can escape immediately.
Oh.
Yeah. It's actually really cool. It got really repetitive when a year ago before all the updates came out. So I'm hoping it's better
Yeah, there's probably
excited
enough
for it now.
like diversity in the
because I got really bored with it really quick. Like
Mhm.
I got super bored. So I just.
Yeah, but you also weren't playing with me.
One of these
Yeah.
nights, because the place I live, the internet shuts off at 11. I don't have to stay at like Eli's house or whatever, just horror all night.
Yeah.
But now that that situation is behind us, there is one game that I'm enjoying pretty well that I've been playing on my friend's Xbox, called Ori in the Blind Forest.
Ori and the Blind Forest. Yeah.
Like
Such a good game.
since he saw the trailer for the second one, he's like, I will have to get the first one now too because it looks so awesome. Puzzle platformer. I'm enjoying it so much. It's beautiful. The music is amazing. The storyline is awesome. It's just an overall good game that I recommend for anybody who can play it. Like it's a Microsoft exclusive, so Eli can play it on his PC too.
The thing is that Ori and the Blind Forest is so like you said, it's a puzzle platformer.
Yeah.
Which is like it's hard to find a good puzzle platformer nowadays.
And Ori is one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's the thing. Like it's fantastic. I love that game so much, and I'm not even very far. It's just so fun. That's the thing.
It's also like a story driven game.
It's got story. It's
Yeah.
got quite a bit of story, and it's
Would-
really fun.
Yeah, which is also something that I like. It's hard to find one that can really capture you. And so with this game, Ori and the Blind Forest, not only can the gameplay capture you because the puzzle platforming gameplay is just good,
Mhm.
but the story itself is enough to tie me down.
Yeah,
at least,
like, it's
to finish
amazing.
the game.
The story is awesome, and a lot of things with puzzle platformers that I played, a big issue was that the controls get really janky.
Mm-hmm.
But Ori's controls are smooth and flowing. It's fantastic game, seriously.
Okay, so with gaming, is there any games coming out soon that you guys are anticipating besides the Pokemon Picross, the one that's
Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu
Yeah.
and Let's Go Eevee.
yeah, besides that one, is there any other titles that you're looking forward to? Is there any other titles that will pique your interest this year?
So, the game I'm going to mention right now is not technically a game that's coming out because it's already out. But I play a lot of games on the Switch, and Dragon Ball Fighters is finally coming to the Switch. The beta is coming it starts on the 9th, I believe, which is at the time of this recording tomorrow. So I'll be able to get time in on Dragon Ball Fighters before next week. When
Actually,
we
it'll
record the next podcast.
be yeah tomorrow.
Yeah. And so I'm excited because I have it on my PS4, and so I play it here and there. But with it being on my Switch, I can literally on the go just whip out Vegeta and Cell and Kid Buu and just swamp on people.
Yeah, I've got Fighters on my PlayStation. Fantastic game.
So good. And it looks so good.
I know.
It looks like the show.
animation is so
Oh
sweet.
man. Yeah, plus the great thing about Dragon Ball Fighters is that the mechanics for the fighting, like the actual fighting is made in such a way that you can just pick up the game randomly and do some real cool stuff without even really knowing what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also enough depth to keep you tied in if you're more of a hardcore competitive player.
Right.
Oh,
In fact, they just recently had their first Evo Dragon Ball Fighters tournament. Sonic Fox being the number one. I'm into this. I'm into the fighting competitive community. So like Evo is a huge like the Super Bowl of fighting game tournaments every year.
Mhm.
And Dragon Ball Fighters is having their
Did you? Oh, sorry, tangent. Did you hear about like FIFA Sports? FIFA 18 actually has to do a drug test now.
Really?
FIFA?
Yeah, like the FIFA
Really?
esports tournament. They're doing
Wow.
because of brain enhancers because of like Adderall, and so you can concentrate. Now, with esports doing that, do you agree with their drug testing?
Sometimes.
I think
I fully
Yes.
I fully agree with the drug testing because of the fact that if you're not like prescribed Adderall, if like your doctor doesn't prescribe you that, then like before you even start the tournament, they ask you, I bet, are you under any medications? And you sign up saying, yeah, I take Adderall. And then they'll go, okay, let's see if that affects your gameplay because they want to see both styles. And basically they'll let you in the tournament with Adderall, but they're gonna
Yeah.
be looking at you more carefully.
See, that is why I would agree with it. But like, if that drug testing removed a
just like a
player who
screening
is
test.
prescribed Adderall, like if they're removed because a doctor prescribed them that so they can actually do what they want,
Mm.
that would just be stupid to me.
Yeah, I agree.
But like, let the player in. Yes, I fully support it.
I will say though, I like the regulations being put on the competitive scene
Yep.
that just weren't there before. You know, like these drug tests. I don't know if it's necessarily the move I would have made right now, but it's a good move that would have been a good move eventually if it hadn't happened right now.
I think it was a good
Correct.
idea for FIFA. I think it was a really good idea for FIFA because it's a sports game, and the fact is that they do testing for drug testing all the time and for enhancements. Why not do that for their esports community?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really the thing I love about it so much is that it's the community taking itself seriously as a competitive community. And that's only growth is going to come
And
from that.
I heard that on Sports Center on ESPN.
Yeah,
So
which is crazy.
yeah,
Because I don't know, a few years ago they're talking some pretty mean trash on esports in general, like
well,
as a
Yeah.
community
well, esports with like the sporting games has become such a popular thing now.
that
It's
they can't deny it.
they can't deny it. It's actually one of the bigger popularities in sports right now.
Yeah, which is crazy to say, right?
It's bigger than
You
figure
couldn't
skating.
say that like 2 years ago.
No, you couldn't have. You couldn't even said that probably a year and a half ago, really.
Well, the thing is, like the numbers, including like streaming numbers and people who show up to the actual events, the numbers are like second for the numbers for like League of Legends championships and
Oh boy.
Dota 2 championships and like CS:GO championships, like they are like second to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
you know?
they're insane.
Like crazy, like, and the crazier part is the growth.
Yeah.
So like from year to year, where like from 2013 to 2014 you have this many more, and then from 2014 to 2015 you have even like the growth itself is a bigger number,
Mm-hmm.
which is just crazy to say because we've broken the 10 millions like a couple years ago. We just keep going up. The whole world's gonna be engulfed by esports. you
See,
know?
Yeah.
See, I can't wait for Dota 2's esports tournament because that's I think next week. I think Dota 2's international tournament's next week,
It's coming up soon. Yeah.
and I'm actually super excited because the first place prize pool, they said I think it's supposed to hit 10 million this year
Right.
for the winning team, and that's insane in my eyes.
An unfathomable number, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From our perspective, it's like who what would you even do with $10 million?
Pay for college.
Actually, split together with 4 people, that's 2.5 million after taxes and everything. Because of your country, you probably
Still
get
at least $1 million.
you get about 1.7 million after in the United States.
If I had $1.7 million,
I'd
I
be
would leave.
We could do whatever we wanted.
I would just leave the world.
I would literally I'd start I'd get everything prioritized, school, all that stuff paid
Yeah.
for and everything. But then I'd try to invest some money.
Yeah,
Okay,
because if
I'd
you
invest
invest,
a
you can
couple
get back.
$100,000.
Yeah, I'd invest into some esports team.
You said that like a tiny
NBA,
amount.
NBA teams
Out of
do.
1.7
NBA players do it.
million?
Shaq, I think Shaq has an esports team. I think
Yeah.
there's a few NBA professionals who actually have esports teams.
Yeah, which
They're
I
pretty cool.
like. I really like the embrace that the sports community is finally giving to the esports community because they're communities that can help each other.
Yep.
You know, and so like the way that they were at first, the way they butted heads at first, just never made sense to me.
I think
It really doesn't.
I think it's due to the fact of the generational aspect because of the fact that all these new NBA players video game. Like there's a player named Ben Simmons. They actually had a video of him. He was live streaming on PUBG and he was talking to who was it? Anthony Towns. He's a power forward for the Minnesota Timberwolves, and he was like, "Who you come on, play some more. Who are you playing tomorrow? We're playing the Hawks. Yeah, you can play.
Yeah, you can.
You can play. But that's the thing. NBA players are streaming games. They're playing, like, most of them say, yeah, mainly I play 2K because I actually find benefit out of it playing it. But yeah, in the same time, I still play Call of Duty. I still play other titles.
Which is so cool because they would no NBA star would have come out
10 years ago.
Video game
10 years ago, no NBA player would admit it.
Yeah.
No.
And this is going to be a big thing in the future too, especially for people like me who's aspiring to be big names. Like when I make it as an actor, because trust me, determination, blah blah blah, I'm determined to do it. And so when I make it as an actor, I'm not going to give all this up. Like personally, I really love video games. That's the thing. And if I have money, then I would love to invest in more of them because there's a lot of benefits to video games. There's a lot of fun involved in video games. Plus, it's just one of the things where it hits me in the childhood specifically. I am a gamer right now, right here. Like I love video gaming. It's not so much recently. I've been kind of in an anti mood. Like I'm not against video games ever, but I haven't really played as much as I have in the summer. But like beginning in the summer, more often than not, I'm clocking in 30, 40 hours gaming a week. Yeah.
Steam does this thing where they tell you how many hours you played in 2 weeks. I had a buddy who I think topped out 90 plus hours a week.
Wow.
98 hours every 2 weeks. I average now, like most of my time, I average about 30 to 40 every 2 weeks.
I think every 2 weeks, if we're going by 2 week intervals, man, I'm probably sinking at least like 50 or 60 hours into video games.
Yeah.
In 2 week intervals. It's pretty I don't want to say it's pretty crazy because it's not like it's not ruining my life. I have a job. I'm responsible. I pay my bills, like it doesn't get in the way of anything.
But that's your main thing you do.
Yeah, but it's like the thing, right? Other than reading manga and watching anime, that other thing that like is a support pillar of my life since I was a child is video games.
Yeah.
And so it's
I remember going to your house so much to play like emulator games and all that.
Or like whatever game we had, right? We had the Wii back then, so all we could play was like Band Hero.
Yeah.
I'm in the back room just singing.
And
Singing as loud as I can.
And it sounds like a crow dying.
That's like my number 3 reason, Guitar Hero, is as to why I'm a guitarist now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was so fun. It was like I knew it was nothing like the real thing. Don't get me wrong. And I've gone back as a guitarist and totally bombed at Guitar Hero because of how different they are. But it always just intrigued me.
Yeah.
And so I started learning. It's like I said, it's my number 3 reason. I've got definitely one big, huge reason. Which is my uncle. To be fair, he's a guitarist and he got me into it heavily. I thank him for where I am now personally.
That's dope.
Yeah. So I think we're going to wrap it up a little early this time.
Okay.
Thanks for everyone for coming. I really do appreciate all you guys' inputs, all you guys' games. Leave a comment of what game are you looking forward to this year? Are you looking forward to Kingdom Hearts, the new Spider-Man? Are you looking for the new Red Dead Redemption, Call of Duty?
There's a new Spider-Man?
Yeah, it's coming out.
Soon.
Game?
Yeah,
Like
September 7th.
I'm not interested. But
September 7th. It's coming to the PlayStation and I think Xbox.
Oh, fine.
It might be PlayStation.
Did they
exclusive.
leave PC out of it?
Red Dead Redemption got no PC announcement, which kind of hurts my soul a little bit, but I'll live.
Just a little bit.
Glad that exclusives are being exclusive.
Save
Actually,
yourself.
they're probably not going to be. You know that PC's going to get it eventually.
Yeah, give it a year.
Give it 6 months. My gosh.
In a year, it'll definitely be on on PC.
Yeah. I think Red Dead might go to the Switch, to be honest, if it's popular enough.
So I think.
But I don't think it would be able to handle it that well.
I think it would.
Really?
I really do.
Okay.
Just because games like Breath of the Wild, like it's not like Breath of the Wild's a small game.
No, it's not
by any means, right? And there's
Huge.
a lot for the game to process at any given time. That being said, that's not like there's actually a rumor going around that Red Dead is already coming to Switch. It's just a leak. It's just a rumor. There's no validity to it.
If it does come out, it's going to come out next spring. I believe it's going to come out after the Xbox and PlayStation 1s, and I believe it's going to be it's going to be like around PC time.
I think if I was Nintendo, I would do whatever I could to get the same launch day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Red Dead is such a huge, huge name in
Yeah.
the gaming community. Red Dead 1 is still in the conversation for one of the best video games of all time.
Yeah.
And so the sequel to that, like, if I'm Nintendo, I don't want to miss out on that launch day.
I think Nintendo needs to bring out Red Dead Redemption to the Switch first, the first one, and then try to like push their way to get the second one. Because honestly, a Switch user, I believe most Switch users have never played the Red Dead. I believe that because they've been with Nintendo so long, they don't play those types of games because their parents bought them the Wii, the Wii U, the GameCube. That's what they were with.
I don't know. The thing is, like, growing up myself, I was able to kind of, get around town and
Yeah.
try all the different systems.
Yeah.
I've played Xbox, I played PlayStation, like,
Yeah.
extensively.
I know.
And I played the
Mhm.
Nintendo and
Oh.
all that. And so I don't know if I would agree with that. Just because there are a lot of console players that, like, home console players with their PlayStation and their Xbox or whatever, their PC at home, where they game at home, but if they have a commute, like on the train or on the bus or something like that, it's a perfect time to just pull out the Switch and start playing a game that could take you over 100 hours to beat, like Skyrim. You're telling me Red Dead's gonna be like much more like the computing process is gonna be much more than Skyrim?
Well, Red Dead Redemption 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I heard the map's gonna be much bigger, isn't it?
The what?
The map.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's some information I can actually retain from this conversation. Wait, what?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be more powerful than Skyrim.
Straight up?
Yeah, Skyrim came out.
Skyrim is
I-
huge.
so I
Skyrim
don't
came out
think-
in 2011.
I mean,
Red Dead
but
Redemption
the
2 is
the new Skyrim
very
for
true.
Switch has like a whole bunch of
That's
new
true.
space, you know?
But
all the
but
DLC is
it's-
added onto it.
it is still the game
It's still
from
a game?
2011, right? And so it's been 7 years since then, right? And so
savage.
that's definitely plenty time.
They were running on a
To
3-core processor for
bigger
most systems, so I can't. These systems they're running on octa-cores for the PS4 and the Xbox.
I'm gonna level with you guys about Skyrim. Honestly, you guys say that Red Dead is gonna top it, and while it can, my personal things, it's not gonna be Skyrim. Like, it can in numbers and everything and payment like that. I see there's a lot of hype for it, but personally, Skyrim holds a very, very, very special place in my heart. It's a game that I've revisited countless times and done a different playthrough each time.
Like the
There's got so many options. Elder Scrolls 5, Skyrim.
well, I was gonna say the Elder Scrolls series or just Skyrim.
Namely Skyrim, but I did play a couple of the others.
What about
including
6? Do
Oblivion?
you think 6 will take that place in your heart for Skyrim?
It's not going to take it, but there will be a new place. I am
There will
so
be a
hyped for
place right
6.
next to it.
There will be a
Alright.
place right to it.
I'll tell
I
you this, ESO. I was like, nah, I don't like online play. As soon as I touched that thing, no, I was sucked in.
You love the
it
Ninja.
stole Skyrim's spot. It swept Skyrim away. Every new installment, oh dude, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. I feel like it's gonna take over the world, if not Nintendo itself.
So how'd you like the announcement for the announcement at E3
What?
for Elder Scrolls 6?
I
There was
I-
an announcement for an announcement.
I think
announcement
I
for an
I,
announcement?
Hype.
I think
hype,
I
hype.
think it was the perfect amount they needed to give
I
Moderate
think
hype.
it's all they could manage.
because
At the
it's
time.
it's a next gen release.
Oh, I don't know.
I believe it's gonna be a next gen release.
It will
I
be.
do believe it's gonna be. I do believe it's like 5 years away from happening, like being released. And so, given the expected lifespan of the current generation, that would, put it in the next generation.
It's possible it's going to be the generation after too. Let's be real. It's not likely,
It's
but
I
it's
mean,
possible.
no,
if
I-
it is
Bethesda.
5 years away,
so
then
so 5 so they're predicting 2020 2021 is when the next gen's gonna start. And
Yeah.
and that's where I see Skyrim coming out as one of the Elder Scrolls 6 becoming the newest one of the first few games.
if
that
that's
come
the
out.
case,
Okay.
it's going to be
That
the
would-
reason why I buy a new console.
Yeah, that's a
Like,
console seller.
Yeah,
100%.
that is a
That-
good
That
console
and Red
seller.
Dead 2, those like two best console sellers they could have this year. But I'm not this year, but like for the next gen, for the upcoming generation.
Yeah, I see gaming going well. So
Oh yeah,
Like
Every
gaming is
year-
taking huge steps.
yeah. Every year they say this year is gonna be one of the best years of gaming.
And it is.
it's like, yeah, it's not necessarily
There's a few
false.
There's a few games that this year I'm excited for, but I'm more excited for next year because of like Kingdom Hearts 3 and some other type.
Near 2 hype.
Can't wait
Well,
for
like,
that Dark
I
Souls
am-
1 remaster for Switch announcement.
I wish that would come out.
It's already on Switch, isn't it?
Nope.
I
It
swear
was
I've seen it.
supposed to
Not
be.
yet.
So I'm
was
thinking
supposed to
it's
be
gonna be a
by now.
Christmas release. Christmas release.
Ah.
You
The thing is,
jinxed
at
it.
this
You
point, I
jinxed
think
it.
it's gonna be next year, and but the thing is, I'm okay with that because a delayed game will eventually be a great game, and a rushed game will never even be a good game.
Yeah, that's
Wrong. Like a rush game, you can still update it.
no.
It's
I
just-
no,
okay,
no, no,
okay, all
no.
right, never
I
you can
is
patch
wrong.
it.
I know. I
You'd have
believe.
to patch
I
the broken
No,
pieces.
I believe updates and stuff. If you're trying to sell me a base game on launch date, you better be capturing me.
Well, yeah, no, like I'm saying that, but like,
Well,
it's kind of hard to describe. But
The-
if there's a game that there's a lot of glitches that's driving people away, they can still be fixed. Never is wrong. It's hard to.
That's true.
It's hard to bring everybody back in, but
it's
it's not
like-
impossible.
hard
It's like No Man's Sky.
is a crazy
Actually, yeah, but I've heard that's a
underestimate.
really fun game now.
The thing is,
Like I was talking with my coworker about No Man's Sky. He's like, "Oh yeah, they've changed everything."
Oh,
they have changed a lot. They made a lot of like incremental updates along the way, and just recently they've gone into this No Man's Sky Next
Yeah.
phase, which is like a whole overhaul of the game. Like it's supposed to add a whole lot of things. Like you can go out into space, and you can have like airship battles in space.
See, this is what should have happened a year ago.
This is what
Yeah.
should have happened on launch.
Yeah, this would should have happened on launch, and they should have waited till now to
Yeah.
release it. It's their fault. It's their part. But you know what? Good for them. They've got it fixed, and we're moving on with.
Like,
Yes.
it makes me want No Man's Sky now because I've heard it's fantastic and it's fun. You can actually play with your friends. You're not lost alone
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Get it.
There's actual multiplayer capability now. That's crazy.
Get it.
So thanks for everyone for listening. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave a like if you like the content that we were talking about. And don't forget to leave the comment. What game are you excited for coming up? So as always, I'm Eli from the KNS Studios. Have a great day.
Death on your shirt. Yeah, tomorrow I gotta go back to work. I hate my life. I hate my life.